Honestly, I didn't even know that this shoe was coming out. I was at the Nike store, I saw it, they had my size, so I bought them. Now I'm here to talk about them. This is the Air Jordan 312 Legacy Low in a Chicago colorway. Let's get into it. This is the second time that I am covering this shoe on the channel, and judging by the amount of views that the first video got, I can tell that there is a stack of interest in this model. I think that video is sitting at well under 100 views at the time of uploading this video. Anyway, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about this shoe, I'll link that video in the description below. But I don't really see a lot of noise in general being made about the 312 Legacy line. There's actually two models. So there is this guy, which is the low, and then there is a mid or a high. I'm pretty sure it's a mid, but there is another model that I don't actually own. I don't exactly know why people don't seem to be keen on a shoe like this. If I had to take a guess, it's probably because the design does take a minute to adjust to. I don't think it is that sort of shoe that you see and instantly fall in love with. The problem these days is we've got an endless stream of pictures clogging up our feed. We don't often take that time to just absorb the finer details of a sneaker. If we don't like it, we tend to just kind of, is it swipe left? If I never got onto Tinder, but like I'm sure if you swipe left, you don't like it. Whatever that equivalent is for shoes, if you're not immediately drawn to it, we tend to not take a second look. Well, some of us anyway. With that rant out of the way, that probably didn't make sense to some people. The 312 is a combination of three designs that Michael Jordan wore during his early years with the Chicago Bulls. They are the Jordan 1, the Jordan 3, and the Alpha Force Low. And what I love about shoes like the 312 Legacy is that they have genuinely taken those design cues from those shoes that it claims to be inspired from and put them on the shoe somewhere. It's not just part of its marketing material where it tries to, I guess, capitalize on how popular a certain shoe is. It probably looks mostly like a Jordan 1 model. There definitely is some similarities to the Jordan 1 as far as the base silhouette goes, but that base silhouette also does share some similarities with the Alpha Force Low. The Alpha Force Low has an undeniable influence in this shoe because it's got this forefoot strap, which I personally really appreciate. I find that midfoot straps can tend to be a little bit clunky. Sometimes they don't fit right, and then you got a bunch of Velcro exposed. And while I appreciate the benefits that they give from a performance perspective, for lifestyle wear, they can tend to look a little bit messy. Not in the case of the 312 Legacy, and I find that forefoot strap to work really well. And even though I've got a large-ish foot, I haven't had an issue with much exposed Velcro in that part of the foot. The Jordan 1 comes through in the toe box area of the shoe as well as the tongue. And what we also get in the tongue of this 312 Legacy is the original Air Jordan branding, the wings and not the Jumpman. But the Jumpman isn't forgotten because the Jordan 3 is actually really present in this silhouette. There is the midsole, the outsole, the air unit, the elephant print around the heel, and also the back tab with the Jumpman logo that all come from the 3. Personally, I think that the way those elements have been brought together are a little bit jarring, but jarring in a good way. They force you to take a look at the shoe, and while it might seem like something that clashes, it actually does work together the more you look at the shoe. As far as fit, these pretty much feel exactly like a Air Jordan 1 or 3 would fit, and as far as sizing goes, I would go with whatever size you would typically buy an Air Jordan 1 in. So for me, I tend to get a US 13, and I found that that US 13 fits me exactly as this one would. Wait, no. This is a US 13. I normally get a US 13 in a Jordan 1, and this fits the same as that shoe. There is a little bit of room to play, so if you can go down half a size and that size is available, you might want to play around with that depending on how you like your shoes to fit. But if you go true to size, you should be right. Pricing is a little steep though for the 312 Legacy Low. This guy retails at $210 in Australia. And for comparison, an Air Jordan 1 Low, well, a standard Air Jordan 1 Low anyway, goes for $150. And so there is a $60 premium, but you are getting a bit for your money here. It's a shoe that I would still recommend though. It is a nicely put together package that looks good on foot, feels comfortable enough, and it's also different than other shoes that people are wearing these days. I'm interested to know what you guys think. If anyone at all paid attention to this drop, let me know what you think in the comments below. But until the next video, laters.